Alright, welcome back to another track guide. Here is my slow motion replay of a low 206 in the Group 4 Genesis here at Suzuka. Now running at half speed to focus on my braking point. So my braking point is going to be rather early, especially in a Group 4 car. The Genesis is an FR drivetrain. So heading towards turn 1, while in 6th gear, see the cones on the left? I'm actually going to brake well before the rumble strip on the right. So unlike the Super Formula car in the U versus the Pro video, it's quite different in terms of rotation. So the goal is, in turn 1, not to necessarily do full brake, but trail braking. So braking about halfway, modulating with the throttle as well. Heading through the S's, I'm actually using 4th gear. So rather than switch back and forth from 3rd to 4th, 3rd to 4th, I found that this particular car, and this I find handles pretty similar to the BMW M4 or the Jaguar F-Type. So exiting the S-turns, as you notice, I actually braked about halfway to get a nice clean exit. And here we go, full throttle. Maximizing the track. That low rumble noise is the tires squeal. So just to emphasize that, I found that rather than keeping the car just on, say, one side of the track, you want to maximize the circuit. So going from one side to the other. Quick right-hand turn, drop into 4th, drop into 3rd at the cones. Using about half brake. Full throttle right away. Slow motion purple sector. Alright, heading towards the hairpin. Here we go. Double cones. I'm going to drop to 2nd gear. So rather than use 1st gear, I found that for most of the Group 4 cars, the 1st gear is rather short, so I found that 2nd gear is actually a little bit quicker. Plus it maintains the stability from, say, getting understeer in, say, your Alfa Romeo 4C, for example. So rather than stay to one side of the track, I'm allowing the car to go a little bit wide. I'm trying to minimize that tire squeal. Alright, heading towards the spoon curve. There's your double cones on the right hand side. Similar to the Super Formula, there's a small little driveway just past the double cones. That's actually my braking point. Alright, drop into 3rd gear. Right before the end of the rumble strip on the right. Getting a nice good arc. And again, trying to maximize the track to minimize the tire squeal. Now heading towards 130R, similar to the Super Formula race, you'll be able to put the car about halfway, rumble strips into the grass on the left-hand side. So I'll actually move up to 6th gear. I won't use the brake, and I'll just go ahead and lift. And then full throttle again. Alright, towards the final chicane, there's your double cones. Just past the double cones, full brake, and I'll drop to 2nd. And there, another turn where we can essentially corner cut. You can get the car about halfway off the track and get away with it. Allowing the car to kind of zoom out just a little bit. So now, from a different angle, let's go with the chase cam. I tell you, this slow motion certainly sounds more like a tractor than a race car. Alright, once again, heading towards the first turn. We're going to see the double cones, and we're going to drop 2 gears right away. So here we go. go. Boom, boom. Let the car glide. Half brake. Full brake a little bit, but half brake mainly. Then drop to third. Allow the car to rotate. Hard on the throttle for a nice, good exit. Now again, I'm going to use fourth gear, similar to the Super Formula. I use fourth gear all the way through the S-curves. I found that dropping to third bogs the car down quite a bit, and I'm losing about 2 to 3 miles an hour. So staying in fourth is also going to be helpful during the race, because that way I won't have to worry about constantly changing gears and getting off of the routine. Alright, now we drop to third gear. We're going to try our best. Here we go. So, fourth gear. And right at that cone on the right, the single cone, that's the turning point. So I'm able to get a nice arc and be able to do that turn essentially flat out. This turn I would use fourth gear. You know, depending on your car, fourth gear might be the most helpful. I drop to third gear, so I actually, again, I don't drop to second gear because I found it bogs the car down enough. You're able to get the rotation. If you're able to get the rotation just right, third gear should be suitable. Once again, heading towards the hairpin. Double cones. Drop to second, so I'm not going to drop to first. So I'm going to stay in second gear, getting a nice arc. So I actually do half brake at the apex, and then before I hit the exit of the turn, I'll do full throttle. Once again, I'm allowing the car to gradually go wide to minimize the tire wear. And I found that method certainly becomes helpful during the race. Now I practiced a little bit earlier today, and so for this race, remember, medium tires and hard tires are required. The Genesis, along with say like the Toyota 86 or the Cayman, pretty good on tire wear, so you're able to extend if you choose to use the soft compound, which I suggest you give it a try. My strategy is most likely going to start off on the softs if I start at the front and push those tires as far as I can take them. I can take them at least 10 laps and then swap to the mediums and then to the hards. And of course, if I start in the rear, which if I'm in top split, there's a high probability that'll be the case. Starting on the softs may not be the best option. Might as well get the harder compound out of the way. So there we are, 130R. Put the car halfway off the track. And here again, towards the final chicane. I'll actually brake between the double cones and the 100 mark. Heavy brake down to second. Doing about half throttle. Early on the gas. Well, once again, I thank you so much for tuning in, for watching the videos. Feel free to leave a subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you have any questions about your particular car, feel free to shoot me a PlayStation message. So, thanks again. See you next time. Bye.